it all to you. In the darkness, there's so much that we are gonna do. A night jive, we're gonna make it come alive. Get ready to thrive and jive with me. I was made for jiving you, baby. I was made for jiving you, baby. So come on, baby, let's jive. Jesus, that was freaking good. Oh my God. I figured this thing out. If I just spin the chair a little bit, I can set the keyboard on my lap. I don't know why. It's 99 episodes of this. You'd think I would get there. You'd think I would figure that out, but I was very impressed with that. I mean, that's going down as the best one ever, right? It doesn't get any better than that. I don't think that's. I'm going to keep trying. And also, I put no effort into this whatsoever. It's like, let's go. Welcome back to Jive Talkin with Shane Diablo, episode 99. I should have did Tonight We're Gonna Party Like It's 1999, but I didn't. But welcome, one and all. Let's get into this. You see this guy right here? I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, is that a skeleton with skin? No. And I don't mean that in a rude way. I'm just saying. That's Mick Mars. And if you didn't think Halloween could get any creepier and cooler, Mick Mars' first ever solo single to arrive on Halloween. That's October 31st. The first ever solo music from Motley Crue guitarist Mick Mars will make its official debut on Halloween, October 31st. Now, I'll tell you right now, why is he picking that date? He's not picking Christmas, is he? The as yet undisclosed track will receive its world premiere on October 30th via Sirius XM's Trunk Nation with Eddie Junk in the Trunk. Before being made available the next day. So Trunk and Treat, he's having a little Trunk and Treat over there, and he's going to give him a little taste of it. He's going to give him the treat, because he's the trunk. On Wednesday, October 18th, Mars shared a 13-day countdown timer while Trunk Nation's host Eddie Trunk posted the following message via his social medias. Pleased to announce that I will be bringing you the world premiere of the first ever solo music from Mr. Mick Mars on the hashtag Trunk Nation. I'll debut that song 10:30. Mick will join me for an interview 10:31 at Sirius XM 103 Faction Talk at Trunk Nation SXM 3 p.m. at ET. So there you go. This past June, Mars told Rolling Stone in an interview that he was seeking out a record label to release his upcoming debut solo album, Another Side of Mars. That's a good title. Song titles set to appear on the CD, which is described by Rolling Stone writer Andy Green as darker and more aggressive than anything in the Crue catalog, including Broken on the Inside, Alone, Lonely in Your Grave, Loyal to the Lie, Decay, Fear, Memories Erased. This is going to be dark music, guys. It may have a bit of an electronic element to it, I'm thinking. Some kind. It might have a little bit of Rob Zombie, Nine Inch Nailsy. Mars went on to say that he won't hit the road in support of the upcoming LP. I'm done. If somebody really, really wants one off or a couple of nights, I probably do it, but all the travel stuff and planes, I'm way over it. Mick also revealed that he recently sold his share of the publishing rights to the Crue catalog, yes. The deal was just finalized. How much money did he get? He told Rolling Stone, "Now, I can relax and I don't have to worry about anything since, like I said, I'm probably just going to live another 7 or 8 years." Well, I want him to live longer than that. God, I was just thinking, God, that's a 7 or 8 years. That's the life of a Great Dane. You're better than Great Danes are great, but Mick Mars, you're better. When asked how he knows he won't live longer than 8 years, okay, the now 72-year-old said, "I'm old enough, man. I'm not going to live to be 85 or 90. I just have a feeling. I don't want to either. My brain doesn't want this ugly-ass body that's all fucked up to keep going. I wish I could just take the inflammation out of my brain. Put it in a chip and into somewhere else or a robot. There's still a lot of stuff going on up there." So, yeah. Come on with the death talk. You're going to live to be 99, okay? Like this episode. I got something in my eye. Jesus. Oh, it's my eyeball. In April 2022, Paul Taylor, well-known and as an accomplished guitarist, keyboardist who has worked with countless artists and composers and musicians over the decades, most famously with Winger, revealed during an appearance on the Sonic Dorms podcast that he spent the last couple of years collaborating with Mars on the Cruise guitarist's long-awaited solo album. "I wrote most of the record with Mick and Alabama musician Jacob Bunton, who sang with former Guns N' Roses drummer Steve Adler." Is that dude that sings for Steve Adler's band? Because that dude sounds better than Axl. Paul said, "Me and Jacob have written a lot of stuff for TV together. I'm really excited to have that come out." Taylor went on to say that he was impressed with Mick's skills as a guitarist and a songwriter. Mick is so awesome, and just the endless cool things he comes up with, and the palette, is that what that word is? And with the palette of the sound. These days I just go, is that guitar? Is that you doing all that? It's been really fun. I'm very excited about that. So there you go. I wanted to get into this one. I got to get wet lips. That's Robert Trujillo. Now, guys, I'm not going to do some kind of a voice for him because he just looks like he's like a really angry man. And I don't want him saying anything to me. No, the real reason is I can't really figure out something. Maybe it'll come to me. I don't know if you know this or not, but I'm not a professional voice actor of any kind. Never done anything. But I was looking at this article. Robert Trujillo recalls how his family found itself near 1971 shootout involving Charles Manson's followers. We're going to rip right through this. We're not going to read all the hits, Metallica. They're going to go on about him. That's why I love Blabbermouth, by the way, is they put in all those recaps, and I like those. During an appearance on the latest episode of The Offspring's Time to Relax with the Offspring, that's the band, the Keep 'Em Separated, Metallica bassist Robert Trujillo was asked to recall how his family found itself near the August 21st, 1971 gun battle between police and 5 of Charles Manson's disciples outside the former Western Surplus in Hawthorne, California. Police intercepted the Manson family members as they robbed the store for guns and ammunition. 3 of the robbers suffered minor shotgun wounds. I never heard about any of this shit. What does Trujillo say? Trujillo, who was only 6 years old at the time of the above-mentioned incident, transcribed by Blabbermouth, Charles Manson just had gotten arrested. I am in Hawthorne, California. I'm staying at my grandma's house, my cousin Greg and my cousin Roman. We would tickle each other all night long. It was so fun. Greg and Roman. Greg's couple of years younger than me and Roman my age. And my dad, we were ... For some reason, my grandparents were out at an event or something and weren't in the house. The gun shop, the Army surplus shop around the corner on the Hawthorne Boulevard. So he's right there. With Greg and Roman, they're all hanging out. And they're right there around the corner from the what? The gun shop, the Hawthorne Boulevard. Was robbed. And basically, the Manson family had this grand scheme. You can check it out on the internet. They were going to rob the gun store and get their ammo and everything, and they were going to go to the Los Angeles airport, LAX, and the plan was hijack a 747. Wow. They don't put this on Netflix. This ain't on Netflix. You're not going to see that. 747, and demand that Charlie get sent to them. Wow. And they're going to take this plane to God knows where. This is what they were thinking. Obviously, the plan didn't work. Cops show up. There's a shootout. We're hearing gunshots, the whole deal. All of a sudden, you get to the ghetto birds. What's that? Ooh, that really helps when I roll that up like that. The ghetto birds. Oh, that's the helicopters, right? And they're flying around. Yes, they are the helicopters. They're talking through their kind of intercoms, whatever they got up there. Everybody take cover, whatever. And so my dad turns off the lights. We're hiding in the shower, and it was really eerie. It was kind of like the scene in Close Encounters where you see the lights come through the windows. Oh yeah, remember that? He's got that. He's turned the entire living room into that, what is it called, Death Valley or whatever? What is that called? That in Close Encounters of the Third Kind. But he's ruined the whole living room. You see them lights come into the windows. He's continuing here. So basically, between the ghetto birds, the helicopters, and the cops shining... Wait a minute. Ghetto birds, and then comma, the helicopters? Maybe it's the ghetto birds of the police, and the helicopters are, because something like that's going to have the news copters there, too. And the cops shining their bright flashlights. My dad at one point opened the door to see what was going on, and they were like, "Get the fuck back in the house now!" Like that. So one of the Manson members went to the carport because it was an apartment complex, and one of those kind of Hawthorne-style 7-unit places, not huge, roomy enough, comfort, but not huge. And he was hiding back there in the carport. So, of course, they surrounded our place and my grandparents, and they owned they owned the unit. So they had the large unit, yeah, and then the not huge units. Large unit. And yeah, the dude was hiding back there. And luckily, there was a laundry room that kind of separated the unit that we're in with the other unit. So he would have gone into the window of the laundry room unit, because technically that is a unit as well. It is not a living quarters unit, but it is a laundry room unit, which could have been the window of the house, and he could have been in the window and taken hostages. And I could have been one of those hostages. Me, Robert Trujillo. I would have never been in Megadeth or Metallica, did I? Never mind. Pardon me, I'm going off. Trujillo added, and so they arrested about 3 of them. But the plan was that they were going to hijack a plane at LAX, and they were going to pick up Charlie, release and take the hostages, and they were going to fly to, I don't know, Mexico or something. They were going to go down in Mexico. Is anyone fan of the Coasters? The 1950s band, the Coasters? There's a song about that. And there's a man named Joe. He wears a red bandana, plays a cool piano in a honky-tonk down in Mexico. In Mexico. Anyways. Well, we got Tobias Fjord here. This is, you're going to say, Shane, you're a goddamn liar. That is not Tobias Fjord, because he's a fair-skinned young Swedish fella. And this is a ghoulish demon monster. Well, what I'm going to tell you is he's actually under that. It's a mask. This is the band Ghost, Tobias Fjord. Some of you may go, Jesus, this guy won't shut up about fucking Ghost all the time. I'm just fascinated, okay? Don't judge me. But he was furious. If you remember back, they're going to recap all this in the story, but if you remember in Missouri, they were forced to take the makeup off the faces of the kids. The kids, they spent all afternoon. They was listening to Ghost records in the bedroom. They was with their fucking friends. They were having a good time. They're painting each other's face like Papa Emeritus here. They're getting ready and excited for the concert tonight. Oh my God, I can't believe it. And then some jerk tells them, you got to wipe that shit off your face before you come in. Doesn't happen anywhere else, but it happened there. Here's the story on that. Tobias Fjord was furious over venue banning face paint at the Ghost show. Now, allow these guys to do the business right here. This blabbermouth. Great. Ghost leader Tobias Fjorg said that he was furious after learned 2 months ago. After learned 2 months ago that a venue in St. Louis had halted fans at the entrance to the band's concert and asked them to remove any face paint. Excuse me, ma'am, standing in front of me with it looks like a skeleton. If you're wearing face paint, please remove. 2 days before the concert, Hollywood Casino Amphitheater in Maryland Heights revealed via social media that face paint or mask covering the face would not be allowed while entering the venue or purchasing items at concessions. Those $17 fucking beers we're charging. Any face coverings must be removable upon request. Despite the publicly stated face paint policy, many of the two bands' fans arrived at the concerts to realize they were in violation of the policy and were either denied entry or told to remove the face paint by venue staff. This resulted in general confusion about what was and what was not allowed, with one female Ghost fan reporting on Instagram that she was told her makeup foundation was too light and it looked like face paint to them. So I had makeup wipes given to me, not even my top Kardashian brand that I use so well and often. And they told me the white eye contacts didn't help. Another attendee wrote on Facebook, "So freaking weird. We didn't see anyone have issues. We stood in VIP line over an hour with people who had makeup. They all got through security, and no one said a word to them. Sucks it happened. I have even to Kiss shows there as well. People wore Kiss makeup." Hollywood Casino Amphitheater released a statement the following day apologizing for the confusion and clarifying that Ghost wasn't behind the face paint policy. Attendees who experienced issues at the concert were urged to contact the venue by email to help improve the process for future shows. And thank you. In a new interview with Metal Hammer, here we go. This is where the bullets meet the bones. Bullet hits the bone. In an interview with Metal Hammer magazine, Fjorg shared his reactions to the reports of Ghost fans being told to remove any face paint. "I was furious," he said. "The story that I heard was that it was an initiative taken by some of the security people who didn't approve of the band. They didn't like that we were doing so. They wanted to be mean to the kids, and those kids were really, 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 really upset with that. They told them it was the band requirement," he continued. "That was upsetting to me, quite frankly, and I'll be quite frank about that. We would never ask our fans. We want them to dress up. We want them to come and have fun." Forge went on. Oh, he's going to go on. Fjorg went on to explain why he is especially sensitive to the feelings of Ghost fans, saying, "Over the years, I've come to understand that a lot of our fan base are, in one way or another, outsiders of their lives." I'm feeling like this version of Ghost guy that I'm doing right now is the best. "Outsiders of their lives are lonely or they're struggling with something. It feels like there's a lot of hurt among our fan base, and I want to address that. They found a kind of belonging being in this group of Ghost fans." Kind of took a shit there at the end. Ghost kicked off its summer 2023 U.S. tour on August 2nd at the Concord Pavilion in Concord, California. Support the Re-Imperator came from, and the opening act was the delightful Amon Amarth. Anything about the farewell? Ghost did their final show, that's it, and he just kind of walked off. Usually they'll drag him off stage or something dramatic will happen on the last show or the last tour or the last thing before they stop and go and do it. Nothing. He just says, this will be my last show, so let's have a good time. What are you thinking? What are you thinking about? Paul Stanley, you know him? How about his son? You know his son, Evan? Who's his son? It's not ruby red hair here. And I don't think it's Mr. Mustache, because he's kind of going, fuck, I can't believe. I'm thinking it's one of these, Evan Stanley is who we're talking about here. Paul Stanley's son, Evan Stanley. I'm going to need you in the comments to tell me what you think, because he launches Amber Wild. That is his new band, and they released a debut single. And it's got, I'm thinking it's curly cues here. He's kind of got a Paul face, but this guy's kind of holding his arms like, ooh, whoa, whoa. So I'm kind of like, it's one of those two. You guys can tell me. Amber Wild. Best porn actress you've ever seen. Go look her stuff up. I'm just kidding. Don't go look it up, because if it's some horrid stuff, like, whatever, I don't want to be part of that. Amber Wild, the band featuring Evan Stanley, the son of Kiss's Paul Stanley, started in January 2023. Okay, they're just kicking. With one simple goal, making the kind of music they want to hear. Fiery guitars, thunderous drums, raw vocals, filtered through a kaleidoscope of influence, make for something that's the right amount of familiar and fresh. My God, that's perfect for a laundry detergent ad or something. Fiery, thunderous, raw, filtered through a kaleidoscope of influence, and making that and just the right amount of familiar stuff in there with the goodness and the freshness After spending the year developing their sound in Los Angeles, California's club circuit, Amber Wild made their festival debut at this year's Aftershock. How great is that, guys? Aspiring musicians out there. Well, we got together in January of 2023. We did a little practicing, got together, and bang, right off to Aftershock. Boy, that would be great. Now, October is shaping up to be a big month for the band with the release of their double A-side debut. It's because both songs kick ass, bro. So you used to say A-sides and B-sides. It's like this one, the B-side's kind of, Am I going manic on you? Am I going manic? Yeah, double A-side single, Breakout and Silver. These tracks will be out to the world on October 19th, which will also be the first date of Amber Wild's run directly supporting Kiss on their End of the Road tour in the United States. And while it may be the end of the road for Kiss, it's just the beginning for Amber Wild. Silver, that's the first A-side. Silver is a love song to a moment. It's realizing you're in something way deeper than you thought, and then choosing to just lean in and give yourself over entirely. Some songs you want to write, and some songs you have to. Breakout is the latter. Oh, I want to hear it. It came out today, guys. Go listen to it. Should I save them? Don't listen to them. We'll do them on the first listens. Okay. Here's Evan. A little while ago, I had this feeling of everyone and everything pushing in on me and squeezing until there was none of me left, quite frankly. I'd lost touch with my own compass. I'd lost touch with my own compass, almost completely. I didn't know where it was. It was spinning in a circle. It was east, west, north, south. I don't know. As an artist, it is a really scary thing. To lose that connection, and writing Breakout was my way of pushing back. Born in Los Angeles, California, Evan Stanley has always lived straddling the lines between multiple worlds. Growing up, he split his time between school, touring the world with his father's band Kiss, and working as a delivery boy for his local deli. Now, I want to see pictures. I don't believe that he's down there slinging a pizza pies. Hey, I got a pastrami on rye over here. I got to run it up the street. My dad's in Kiss. I got to leave tomorrow. You can't even work a job at a deli if you're going to cut out and go, oh, by the way, I'm going to be gone for the next 9 months. I don't believe it. Let's see. He working at the deli after school and a stint in New York. Stanley moved back to Los Angeles to pursue a career in music. Where they say New York, Los Angeles, Nashville, Tennessee. That's where you want to go if you want to make your life. Evan's mother is an actress, Pamela Bowen, I didn't know that, who appeared in 35 episodes of the soap opera Days of Our Lives, and in a number of TV series, including Loving, never watched that, MacGyver, never saw that, Cheers, yes, Matlock, no, never saw any of that, Beverly Hills 90210, I never saw any of that, Land's End, no, and Broken at Love, no. She also appeared in the Kiss movie Detroit Rock City. I couldn't sit through that. So there you have that. Really quick on David Ellefson, then we got your comments. Yes, we do. We've got your comments right here. Believe you me, we do. This little guy, he's always poking, prodding, and pinching at Dave Mustaine's titties, isn't he? Because David Ellefson says, I'm not in Megadeth anymore, so I can finally wear my Metallica t-shirts again. Because I bet there was a tight rule about that. Dave was like, you're not wearing no fucking Metallica around here, buddy. In a new interview with Mike Nelson's show, former Megadeth bassist David Ellefson was asked about his recent social media post, which revealed that he went to see Metallica play at one of the shows on the M72 tour. Asked how the concert was, Ellefson said, I almost wore my Metallica shirt today. No, I'm not going to do that. It's cycled up to the bottom of my, the black t-shirt pile. I know that. We all have, yes. Just cycled down. And you go through the shirts. Oh, there's Metallica shirt. Maybe I should wear this one today. I'm not in Megadeth. I can finally wear my Metallica shirts again. Hey man, I'm a Metallica fan, he continued. I mean, talk about gold standards. They're the one for metal. What? They're the one for metal. They have gone on to do the impossible. I mean, really, when you think about it, in the touring business, they're Taylor Swift. There's Taylor Swift, there's Metallica, maybe Beyonce, Guns N' Roses, and thank God, man, they're at the top. We need them to be at the top, because if they're at the top, that means all boats rise to that level. So we want Metallica to be fucking Apple Computer. We need them to be for our genre. What does he say? Look, I thought their show... I think the tour now, the show now, this is the best they've been since the Black Album. I think they sound great. They play great. The song selection is great. They play everything because they do no two nights. Right? It's no two nights or whatever. They say no, they don't double them up. So I'm proud of our boys. I'm happy for them. And I think it's great that they're out doing it on the level that they're doing it. It's one of the things that gets to it's one of the things to get to that level It's a whole other thing to maintain that level, which they've been able to do, which is fucking awesome, man. When interviewer Mike Nelson noted that it must be crazy because Ellefson probably didn't think 30 years ago that he would ever go see Metallica show because of Megadeth leader Dave Mustaine's acrimonious departure from the heavy metal giants, Dave countered with, "What? That's Dave?" David countered with, "No, I've always gone to see Metallica. I remember going with Dave Mustaine to see them when they played the Kill 'Em All for One tour with Raven. And they came through and they played the country club in LA, and we were where we lived at the time and seeing them play, and I'm going, fuck, okay, so this is it." Because my first introduction was the No Life to Leather demo, and then I remember when the Kill 'Em All album showed up, and me and early Megadeth member Greg Handovit and Dave sat in the apartment in sheer silence while the record played, and Dave listened to it, studied it, and just listened to it like I'm going to just shut up and sit here and listen. And I liked it. It was interesting how they slowed things down, in fact. I remember when Doc McGee managed us for a short period. That's kisses. Okay, I'm going to finish up here. My eyes are going titty ass bonkers right now. Doc McGee managed us for a short period in 1988. In one early meeting with Doc, he said that had an observation. He said, Metallica aren't really that fast. They just give the illusion that they're fast. I thought that's a good way to put it. They're slow. They slowed the tempos down so that it would work in the big arenas. I mean, he might see, that's why he's Doc McGee. He's the doctor, that's why they Doctor of Love and all that. Doc McGee, it's written about him, Gene Simmons. Let's get into your comments. It's been a long day, people. I got right home from work and I get right to it. I sit down while things are fresh in my mind and I get right to it. Oh, we got old Mike Buchanan coming in, and I love how this print gets smaller and smaller. You're saying, well, Shane, you're wearing glasses that don't have lenses in them. And that's a very good point. I should switch to my regular glasses when I'm doing this. See, the whole reason, you want to know the story? I was doing videos with my real glasses, but I couldn't get the reflections and shit from the lights and the cameras and everything. So then I says, well, shit, I've already done a couple videos. I put these fake ones on, and I popped them out, and I says, ooh, I like my eyes in these. I look good. So I can't see, but I'm wearing glasses. Let's get into Mike Buchanan here. My heavens, Betsy, he's got some things to say. On this week, movies that are bad, but we love them anyways. I didn't actually go with a horror-themed movie, and I've got something to say, maybe I won't, about The Exorcist Believers. But I think I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to spoil it. But it's not very good. That's all I'll say about it. You didn't go horror themed? Why, Mike? What's the problem? I happened across one of your older videos for Lion and the song Never Surrender. Yes, I remember that. If you remember that video, then you should know what's coming. The movie The Wraith, starring none other than Charlie Sheen. Fast cars and racing are the theme here. When a mysterious all-black car comes out of nowhere to start racing, the mysterious car turns to crashing its opponents. Oh my God. Who is the mysterious person inside the car? You'll have to watch the movie to find out. On a side note and a bit of trivia, the main girl, actress Sherilyn Fenn, aunt, is none other than Susie Quattro, okay. And her father is Leo Fenn, who managed rock bands including Susie Quattro's, The Pleasure Seekers, Alice Cooper, and the $1 Billion Babies. Lovely. I just got wise to Susie Quattro not even that long ago. Mike Buchanan here. Guess Metallica performs live enough that Lars doesn't need to rehearse with the band. Either that or he's not actually playing, but has a soundtrack playing for him live. Yep, I'm starting a rumor here. He's starting rumors. You know how the rumor mill goes. Still, Mike Buchanan might as well throw out those lawsuits to see what sticks. Whatever happens, I hope she gets some closure. Not gonna deny, I'm a little disappointed that the Ghost movie isn't going to be a remake of Ghost with Papa. Oh, yes. With Papa in the Patrick Swayze role. Who do you think should play the Demi Moore role? That's a hanger. Put that in the comments. Still Mike Buchanan, you know it's the little things you do as a husband. I went to see Shinedown with the wife because they are one of her favorite bands. And you know what? They were fantastic. Brent is a super great guy. He helps people with having heart issues. Their music does. Soothing. Some days artists get it with their fans. Good on him. So are we going to get another Iron Maiden light album from Bruce with his solo album? ? I myself would buy the album if it was thrash. And spot on with the Bruce impersonation. Well, that's good. And we got the jokes of the week. Here we go. And now your Jive Talkin jokes of the week. Hey, Shane. Yeah, what's up? I'm sure you've heard of Murphy's Law, but have you heard of Cole's Law? That would be a great mixture of cabbage, vinegar, mayonnaise. Pretty tasty stuff. I'm on the fence about coleslaw, quite frankly. Sometimes I like it. I can't eat like Kentucky Fried Chicken version, but you can get those salads. You know the salads that come in the bags in the grocery store? Do you have a grocery store where you live? Do they have bagged vegetables, salads? If so, I think there's a kind that you mix up and it makes a coleslaw, and I like that, but I'm not a fan of, I don't know. Still jokes here. I told my cat that I'm going to teach him to speak English. He looked at me and said, meow. I combined a laxative and alphabet soup. Oof. I'm calling it Let Her Rip. That's a good one. I just bought a chicken-proof lawn. It's impeccable. And finally, I had an excellent meal last night at this cozy little Christian restaurant near me called The Lord Giveth. They also do takeaways. God damn it, I'm going to use that one. That's a good one. Guess what, dude? Guess what? No, it ain't going to be a thumb down. It's going to be a damn thumb up. Miss Althea coming in here. The dumbstruck fool says, I have never seen Revenge of the Nerds. You ding, ding, ding. You read that right. Never. But I recognize the opening jam. Took me back to my dance club days when wine coolers and Paula Abdul reigned supreme. I mean, there's something to be said about that, like Club MTV. And I'm not going to lie, I used to watch it. I used to watch Club MTV with, what was her name? Downtown Julie Brown and all that. And I was like, you know, I've been known to shake, to fucking lay it down on the dance floor. You know, some people would say it's shocking. It's like, this dude freaking can kind of dance a little bit. Miss Althea on Metallica. What Lars does and doesn't do as far as rehearsal is inconsequential to me. The standout statement of the story was James declaring age is bullshit. I agree. He should coin it as a life mantra and explore a career in inspirational quotes. Miss Althea on Kiss, wrongful death lawsuit. I think Miss Stuber is well within her rights. My condolences to her and the family, and it would not surprise me if Jean, Paul, and all ultimately settle out of court. Yes, they will. They got to, or they're freaking monsters. Aren't they? If they go, yeah, we'll take this to trial. Paul comes sliding in on that ring that he rides across the... Not guilty, Your Honor. I am actually surprised they allowed this story to go public at all. Yes. I miss Althea on Shinedown. That story made me cry, period. However, I will say that I was a little perplexed by the fact that Brent only made a generous donation to the GoFundMe campaign. Don't you think he could have paid off the amount remaining toward the goal and exceeding it? Question mark? Or maybe he did and I just misunderstood the statement. I don't know. I mean, that's not, I can't quite remember all the details on that, but that's, he could have topped it off, baby. You say, top it off. What's he looking? They say, he still needs another $6,000, I'm afraid. Brent, I'm afraid he's still $6,000 down with only 10 hours to go on the GoFundMe. Give him the money. Give him the money. That's a Tuesday night. That's a Tuesday night with me in the club alone, not even with Shinedown. Just me and an acoustic guitar. Give him the money. It's a Tuesday night at my local bar. Don't you think he could have paid? Yes, he could have paid the whole thing off. Miss Althea, the channel dedicated to Eric Carr Revealed book is titled just that. Eric Carr Revealed. The author also has an open Facebook page, so one can view it without an account. Thank goodness. With a ton of rare and candid photos, one of them is of Eric, his girlfriend Carrie Stevens, and Blas Elias backstage at a show. I remember his girlfriend being drop dead gorgeous too in some documentary that I watched. Sorry, back to it. And Blas Elias backstage at the show, and the author was seeking details as to when, where it was taken. Well, wouldn't you know it, just happened to be the Meadowlands in New Jersey on June 30th, 1989. Dan and I were there. And the shot was taken just minutes either before or after our own photos with Eric and Blas, respectively, were taken. I'm going to pop my ears. Dan replied to the author's post, included the one and only photo of my beloved Eric and I together from the same occasion. Insert heart emoji here. Wow. Wow. Mike B's, still miss out there. Mike B's bad movie recommendation of Pumpkinhead. The film turned 35 this year. What I would consider a landmark anniversary. Missed opportunity for a sponsorship collab with Starbucks. You know where I'm going with this. Pumpkinhead. Is that where you're going? Pumpkin spiced latte head. Yes, there's the answer. I didn't even look over there till I looked over there. And anyone who says do not enjoy at least one PSL during the time of year is a... What? Okay. And anyone who says they do not enjoy at least one PSL during this time of year is a liar. It's a pumpkin spice latte. I don't care who you are. I do have a pumpkin, whatever it is, in my coffee. Whatever that is, that I like the Colombian coffee. It just hit me with something. There you go. I wish I could give you 2 thumbs for that. I mean, how bizarre is that? You see a photo and you're like, holy shit, we're standing 2 feet away. Dave here. Dave coming in. Hey, Shane. Love the Revenge of the Nerds intro. You got it, buddy. Was really cool and, yeah, a really fun film. bang, and bang. And you got Oscar coming in here. He's got some stuff. Oscar. Oh, Oscar. I'm starting a GoFundMe account. Monies will be used to purchase a motorized wheelchair and headset microphone so Paul Di'Anno can replace Bruce Dickhead. My goodness. I'm part of the Mandrake Project and fourth layer of the Onion. Bruce is leaving the band. Is this? Oh, this is interesting. Yes. He's hyping up his stuff because he's kind of, is he going to pull something like that? No, who knows? Oscar here. Kirk Hammett has agreed to donate 35 shekels toward the purchase Paul's scooter. Hey, Kirk Hammett put in like, what was it, 5 G's on what was the drummer for I'm blanking his name, Exodus's drummer, when he had the cancer. I saw Kirk Hammett on there. He dropped like $5,000. But he's putting in 35 shekels towards the purchase of Paul's scooter. Hammett used the same mathematical algorithm for his donation to pay Exodus's drummer medical bill. Did I read something wrong? Or did he just pay the $5,000 and divide that to get the 35 shekels? Exodus's drummer's medical bills relating to cancer treatment. Okay. And the last thing, in addition, I can't reveal it, but one layer of the onion will give specific details how Patty Bruce Dickhead's, if you don't know, wife died in the quote unquote tragic accident. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued with the story behind that, the Bruce Dickinson. I'm just kind of preparing myself, guys. I'm flighty today. I'm spacey today. Allergies are killing me. And now I'm so happy with myself. We're going to just go. We're going to do it. What's this beat? No. Come on, I can't. Not that good. Come on, give me a. Just one of them. Jiving around. Jive town, you're listening to Jive Talk. Hear me squawk, hear me talk, hear me rock. Jive town, oh yeah. Jive it baby,